Have you ever wondered why some people achieve great success with average talent, while others with greater abilities stay in the same place for years? What makes one person step forward during important moments in life, while another steps back? Sometimes a single trait can completely change the course of a person's life. Watch this story until the end to discover what leads to success in life and what destroys it. In a city, two young men named Jack and Michael worked in a large factory. They worked in the same department, earned the same salary, and lived under almost the same conditions. But there was one big difference between them. Jack had confidence in himself, Michael did not. Whenever the factory manager asked who could take on a new responsibility, Jack raised his hand, not because he knew everything, but because he believed he could learn. Michael, however, always stayed silent. He would think to himself, what if I make a mistake? What if I can't do it? What if people find out that I'm not good enough? Years passed. Whenever a new opportunity appeared, Jack moved forward. Whenever an opportunity appeared, Michael pulled back. One day the factory manager decided to choose a new supervisor. Most employees thought a more experienced person would be selected, but the manager announced Jack's name. Michael was shocked. After work, he went to the manager and asked, "Why did you choose Jack? He isn't smarter than me." The manager smiled and replied, "That's true. In fact, you may even be better than him at some task, but Jack is always willing to take responsibility. When he doesn't know something, he tries to learn it, but you have been hiding yourself for years." Those words hit Michael hard. But instead of changing for the better, he withdrew even more. He started believing that other people's success was only luck. He thought every promotion Jack received was because of luck. He believed every success Jack achieved was because of connections and circumstances. But he never chose to fight his own fears. Several years passed. Jack had become the manager of one of the largest factories in the region. He had hundreds of employees and provided a comfortable life for his family. Michael was still working behind the same old machine. One rainy evening, as he was leaving the factory, he noticed Jack's expensive car. For a moment he thought about the past, about the hundreds of opportunities he had lost because of fear, about the responsibilities he could have volunteered for but stayed silent instead, about the chances he had even though he always saw himself as incapable. Then he thought about Jack. Jack was not smarter than him from the beginning. He was not richer. He did not even have more experience in many areas. But he had one thing that changed the course of his life: confidence. The confidence that made him raise his hand, take responsibility, make mistakes, learn and try again. And Michael, he did not fail because he lacked talent. He failed because he lacked confidence. He doubted himself so much that he never gave himself a chance to prove what he could do. Years later, when people talk about Jack's success, very few knew that the difference between the two men came down to one simple thing. One believed in himself, the other did not. Moral of the story: sometimes a person's destiny is shaped not by greater intelligence and not by greater luck, but by one small difference: having self-confidence in yourself. Thank you for being with us. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share it with others. See you in the next story.